All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching us. This is Talk Tuesdays with myself, Nadia, and my wonderful co-host, David.
AKA Agent Dave, coming from Colorado Springs, and I'm going to be covering the current events.
And also Kiana.
Hey all, this is Kiana, aka Bird Woman, presenting to you Let's Get Real with Kiana, and I'm going to be presenting your advice, and today I have an article which is a special treat for you guys.
And I'm sure we can all look forward to that, because I know I am. All right. I'll pass this microphone over to David, so let's kick this off.
Alright, so, in political news, starting off, this story is probably well known already because it's every single news channel has been talking about this, but this was last week. President Obama released 5 high-level terrorists, Al-Qaeda, for them to release Sergeant Bo Bergdahl, which Bo Bergdahl was 5 years ago he deserted his post and went to the Taliban and said that he was disillusioned with America. He renounced his citizenship, actively working alongside the Taliban, and we also have proof that he was referring to himself as a warrior for Islam. And Obama's justification for doing this was that we can't leave her behind. And like technically, I guess this guy was a POW, which I don't see how they could call him a POW, but that's how they're looking at it. He was a POW, so he was like, we can't leave him behind.
Sorry, he's a what?
And we can't leave him behind. And like my issue with that is, I mean, the guy abandoned his post. He left his post and went to the Taliban and pretty much betrayed our country. Like I don't think that's I wouldn't consider him a POW. I would consider him a traitor. And if he wants to announce his citizenship, fine. Don't let him come back. And I don't understand why we're gonna release 5 high-level terrorists for this scumbag.
You released what? The U.S. released what?
5 high-level terrorists just for this scumbag.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that sounds like a traitor to me.
Yeah, we released them back to Al-Qaeda too.
Oh wow,
So
that's crazy.
why did they trade one of him for 5 of the others again? Is he really valuable or something? I'm sorry, I don't follow the...
Because Obama doesn't want to leave anybody behind. But then again, I think that's a bogus excuse because he left those 4 Marines behind at Benghazi. They got killed in Benghazi. He didn't do anything about that. Or we have a whole bunch of veterans here in our own country that are dying every single day because they can't get pay assistance. And Obama's not doing anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you release 5 prisoner or terrorists?
Yeah.
That were prisoners.
5 high-level terrorists. These aren't just low level terrorists. They were high level. Right. So these were terrorists that are on top of the command. And Obama broke international law because we're not supposed to be making deals with terrorists to begin with. We're not supposed to be negotiating with terrorists.
Yeah, I hear that a lot when you have all your crime dramas, like the NCIS and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty insane, and that just kind of makes me question the whole agenda of the military, our military, and our armed forces, and what is Obama's agenda in regards to military? I'm kind of confused with that.
Well, I wouldn't question the military. I would question Obama's agenda. Because the military is actually speaking at like 6 people in Sergeant Barzell's platoon are actually speaking out against it,
Okay.
saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Like this guy's a traitor." Like so, the military, for the most part, they're not behind it.
Okay, so they're just following orders because he's commander in chief, obviously, because he is the
Yeah,
president. Okay.
pretty
But
much.
does he have the full power to go against all of his advisors?
He's not supposed to.
But he can?
If he pulls executive order, which he has been doing lately, he's been pulling all kinds of executive orders.
Oh.
And when the president pulls executive orders, that means he can like pretty much go around Congress and all of that.
That's kind of scary because what if we actually, like, just during an election, we end up, like, totally voting for a nut job and, like, that just basically, that basically makes them, like, above the law in some ways, in some
Yeah.
situations. That just worries
That's why I
me.
don't. That's why I don't believe. I don't think the president should be allowed to pull executive order. I think that's BS.
Yeah, it should
Like,
be. I mean, I'm assuming it's approved. The executive order is approved by other people, correct?
I'm not entirely sure how that all works. I just know that when a president, like, if the president, like, say, like, the president wants to pass a bill, and the Congress doesn't go for it, and the president still wants to pass it, he can say, all right, I'll just pull the executive order, and then he can go around the Congress.
Okay, I'll have to look more into that.
That's what he did. That's what he did with the Obamacare. Because Congress didn't go for it. Actually, the majority of America didn't go for it. Obama just was like, all right, executive order. And that's why it's going through.
Oh gosh. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. So it's like, do what I say, or
pretty much.
you have no option.
Obama's acting more like a dictator than he is a president, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
That's a really kind of like a foreign situation for me because we don't have that here. Because we have the
Uh,
king, the prime minister, and the cabinet, and nobody really has authority to do anything on their own. There are like so many levels.
that's how it's supposed to be here. Like, if the
Right.
president isn't supposed to have that kind of authority to do, like, unlimited authority. Like, that was the whole reason why America was founded, was to get away from that kind of um, authoritarian style of government.
Although saying that, this is totally going slightly off topic, but
Um,
I've heard that America usually has veto power when it comes to several countries coming together, and then say if they've all voted for something, but American actually can actually say, no, I don't want that, and then it just doesn't go through.
yeah, it's because of the UN. Like, the UN, NATO makes up the majority of the UN, which
Right.
is kind of stupid. Like, because the whole part of the UN is every country, like all the major countries coming together, but NATO makes up the majority of it.
Uh-huh.
And other countries that aren't part of NATO are too scared to stand up to NATO.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of
So pretty much,
unequal.
yeah, it is. But what can you do about it?
Right.
I honestly, I don't think that I don't like the UN myself. So
I don't know all that much about it.
yeah, I mean, just from what I do know about it, I just don't like it.
Right.
Like, it just seems really strange to me. Like, seems like they're trying to start a one world government with the UN. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother topic. Um, oh, in selfie news,
Sorry,
more and
what did
more
you say?
women. What?
I thought selfie
What?
news. I don't know all that much
No,
about it.
selfie,
Sorry.
selfie news.
Okay.
Yeah. More and more women are getting plastic surgery done on their hands so they will have the perfect hands for engagement ring photos.
What?
Yeah. Like
Are
apparently,
you
like this
serious?
procedure, it's like a 5 to 10 minute procedure where they just add Botox to make their hands tighter, I guess, like tighter and more smoother or whatever. It
Their
costs $1,340.
their hands. Wait, what?
Yeah. So they
So
can have, so they can make their hands look perfect for like engagement ring photos.
oh.
Are these
Yeah.
hand models?
Yeah. No,
Well,
it's
let
just
me tip.
women in general are doing this. Like they can like take pictures of their hands, like, oh, check out this ring that my husband bought me when he engaged or whatever.
See, to me, I think with plastic surgery, it either needs to be for health purposes or purposes of like, if you suffered from traumatic damage, like, if you need cosmetic surgery because you were burned and you suffered burns to your
Yeah.
face or something like that, or if it's for practical reasons, like, your career depends on it or something. So that's why I asked, are they hand models? Because that would make more
Yeah.
sense to me if they were like, if they did that for a
Yeah.
living, because eventually they're going to get the money back if they're making enough money being a hand model or whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
No,
make any sense
I
just
agree with
for
you on that.
engagement.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. I think that the whole plastic surgery industry has gone way out of control,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't. It kind of shows like where people like, because I know women in particular, like you guys like have it real hard, and like when it comes to like the whole self-image area, because like
Yeah.
women are constantly bombarded with like messages about this is how you should look, this is how much you should weigh, this is the kind of hairstyle you need to have, and all this other stuff. So I mean, I can see how that could affect your self-image and then make you want to like do something crazy like this.
That's
I
just a
mean,
little
already,
crazy.
and then an engagement ring already costs freaking thousands of dollars. So you're gonna spend more money just to. That's
It should come
crazy.
with the engagement ring. Hey, a
I
free
know,
hand
right?
surgery.
Just for one hand, your ring hand.
Right. One finger.
But
if
I
I
don't.
was if I was if I was the guy that relationship and my future wife said she wanted to do, I'd be like, all right, I tell you what, like if you can find a surgeon that will be willing to provide you with a ring, then I'll pay for the surgery.
Oh gosh. I'd be
But
kind of
yeah,
worried if the surgeon was like gonna buy if I was a husband or if I was a soon-to-be husband. I wouldn't want somebody buying my wife's engagement ring, but
no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. No, he wouldn't buy it. Like I would just I would have to have the ring in like provided in with the surgery though.
To Owen.
Yeah,
oh, like a package deal. I
yeah,
get
exactly.
you.
Like a package deal.
I know it would say something
Well,
like, pick the hand and pick the ring.
exactly.
What kind of hand do you want?
That sounds so morbid.
But that's just unnecessary. Like with Photoshop nowadays, because I just got some pictures photoshopped by
Yeah,
some professionals, and oh my gosh, you really can't see any line at all. And I think they did a little too much, but there's no line. Like, why would you need surgery? Send it to the shop and they'll
it's
just remove
funny.
everything fine.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because that's exactly what I was thinking when I was reading that article. I was like, why do you go through all that trouble when you can just Photoshop your hand? Like
Yes.
that
It's
way,
so
because
silly.
if you get plastic surgery done when you get older, your hands gonna look all weird and yeah, it's not gonna be attractive anymore.
It's gonna look distorted or something.
Unless you keep getting plastic surgery done on it, but that's not healthy either.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Alright, so
So,
oh, in Asian hate crime news.
Asian hate crime.
Yo,
Okay.
no.
this woman hunting Asians beat 4-year-old with a crowbar.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This happened in San Jose. I think she was a Hispanic woman. She went into a supermarket, seen an Asian couple, and hit their child 4 times with a crowbar. And I guess apparently she publicly voiced that she hates, like before this incident, she publicly voiced that she hates Asians and they don't deserve to be here. Speaking like here in America, I guess. And or in San Jose, and she says she is currently on trial facing life in prison. And here's the thing, she was shocked when she found out that the child was still alive.
Wow.
I can't believe
Yeah.
somebody would do that.
I know, right? Like, she
Wild.
is obviously sick and demented in the head.
Yeah, that's a crazy, insane woman. Did she even have any relation with the parents or the child? Did she know them from
No,
somewhere?
they're just random people she never even met before.
Oh
Did
my
the child do something really
gosh.
annoying, like chase her up and down, tug on her skirts or something, like
No,
really, really, really annoying?
not at all. Like, all I have to say is for this woman's sake, she better hope that she does get thrown in prison for life. If she gets let out, I guarantee you there's going to be an uproar in the Asian community. Like, she'll have to watch her back for the rest of her life. Because Asians tend to be really close knit, so you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Yeah. I just wonder, like, what the footage of that was. Because I wonder in traumatic situations like this, are the parents, like, is the parent automatically going to protect the child, or are they trying to attack the woman and get her to, like, chill out and
See,
just be restrained?
that's what I was wondering. Like, where were the parents when this was going on? Because I guarantee if I had a kid and some crazy deranged woman came up and started hitting my kid with a crowbar, like, I wouldn't normally advocate hitting a woman, but in this instance, I would actually break my
Oh,
own rule and I would knock her out. Like,
yeah.
because I'm like, you are not hitting my child. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
she
don't care
wouldn't
who
have
you are.
got 4 hits in. But you know, a lot of people, they have their kids running around the supermarket and they act like they can't control their kids too. Not saying it's the
Oh,
parents' fault in any way.
trust
This is
me,
totally not their fault, but you know, you
Asian
see
kids,
kids running around a lot.
trust me, Asian kids can't get
Mm.
away with that.
Yeah,
I've
agree.
seen
Our
it.
parents like
We can't get away with running around and acting up in public like that.
Yeah.
Like our parents wouldn't go for that. We would get beat by our own parents. Not with a crowbar though.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like I used to get smacked up all the time by my mom though. Right there, she like in the middle of the aisle, I like trying to throw a temper tantrum. My mom would backhand me. I remember looking around, seeing if anybody saw.
See, I was a good kid, so I never even I was never hit in public. I was just good.
Really? You're
Yeah,
I
lucky.
naturally.
My
Yeah,
sister
I think this woman.
were pretty good too. So my mom never hit us.
It
So,
must be just
but
a
Yeah.
then
guy
she's
thing
a
then.
lecturer and she used, child reverse psychology. So she didn't have to
Oh
raise her
wow.
voice. She didn't have to like hit us. She'll just tell us a story and then automatically we'll just be super good after that.
Oh wow. What?
So it's kind of like that. Well, I mean, this is, I guess, teenage parenting, but you know, if you get pregnant, you'll have sex and get pregnant and you'll die. Like so, like
I
to
remember
discourage.
actually my mom was like her stories were really simple, but somehow it worked. Although I was about 4 years old, I used to take my mom's scarves and her long necklaces and her high heels, and then I'll walk down the stairs, and my mom would be scared that I'll actually trip and fall. So one day she told me a story about everybody going on a picnic, but then this girl, she likes to wear all the things I like to wear, but my mom told me that that girl was about to go for the picnic, but then she got stuck on the chair, and everybody left without her. And then, and then after that, my mom said, "I never wore them again." It's so weird, but it worked.
Wow. See, my mom never did anything like that for me. My mom would just smack me around, and then I would listen.
That's actually a
If I
great tactic, and I could learn something
That
from
is.
your mom, Nadia.
I should get my
That
mom.
actually is the first time thinking. If I ever have, well, when I have kids someday, like I'm gonna incorporate that somehow.
Mm,
Either that, or have you seen My Wife and Kids?
yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
Uh-huh.
Like, I like his parenting style too.
How would you say his parenting style is?
I don't know how to really like. I guess kind of like he gives. Oh, I don't want to say object lessons. um, he kind of gives them a taste of their own. He gives them a taste of their own medicine, I guess. Like,
Like he'll set them up in the situation or something?
yeah, he'll set them up and then like, or he'll set up like a mock situation, sort of like it, and then they think it's real, and then they realize that they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like he calls it Michael Kyle experiment. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Anyways, so this chick should get she should get thrown in prison for the rest of her life. I was about to say the death penalty.
Sorry, I didn't catch that, David.
I was about to say the death penalty. I didn't mean to say that. I mean she should get life in prison.
Ah,
Oh, I was gonna say yeah.
Now, the death penalty is kind of harsh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So in McDonald's news, I had
McDonald's.
to do this. Yo, um, 17-year-old girl passes out
What?
from eating chicken. Yeah, she passes out from eating chicken nuggets because she only ate chicken nuggets all her life since she was 2.
And she only.
Yeah, she was rushed. Yeah, yeah, she only ate chicken nuggets all her life since she was 2.
I'm just trying to figure out, does that sentence make any sense?
I don't think my
What?
mom would ever allow it.
Every single day?
Yeah, every day. That's all she ever ate was chicken nuggets since she was 2.
Oh, that's psycho.
Yeah. And apparently her parents tried getting her to eat other things, but she refused. She only wanted to eat chicken nuggets. Like, from McDonald's.
And specifically for McDonald's.
Yeah. Like I'll admit, okay. Like McDonald's chicken nuggets are pretty good. Like I'm not even gonna lie, they are pretty amazing. But I don't know what. Oh come on.
They have
Big-
gristles in them, and then you choke on them when you're 4 years old, and then you never eat them again. That's my story with chicken nuggets.
Oh no, Hannah, is that for real?
Yeah, I choked on one when I was
Oh.
like 4 years old, and then I never ate it again. It scarred me from McDonald's for a while, too.
Oh
Oh
my
wow.
thing that I still think the chicken nuggets that you buy in the packets and you just pour it into the frying pan is the nicest.
Yeah.
With McDonald's and not KFC or
But see,
anything.
like with but like no matter what, like because of McDonald's now, every time you think of chicken nuggets, you think of chicken McNuggets, and that's what you always call them, chicken McNuggets. Because McDonald's has like it's like they patented chicken nuggets, not on purpose, but this is what happened.
I'm wondering why didn't she end up having some sort of reaction sooner? But are they like trying to sue McDonald's?
No, she just was rushed to the hospital after she
Is
passed
she
out.
fat?
No, she's actually pretty skinny. that's what,
That's
that's what
even
makes
funnier to me.
yeah, because she's skinny, and she, it just blew me away. Like I just like when I read the article, I was just like imagining like some chick like eating chicken nuggets, like I was just like I would eat chicken nuggets. Like I love McDonald's chicken McNuggets, but I'm not gonna eat them all the time like that. That's just weird. Like that's excessive.
That's
Like,
crazy.
yeah. But I mean, I love McDonald's. I do. I love McDonald's too.
That's literally 15 years of only eating chicken nuggets, though. That's why I'm like, why didn't she like
17.
have a serious like reaction to that soon?
Yeah, I know. Wait, no, yeah, you're right. 15 years.
I hope they find out what it is and that it's not really like, super serious. I mean, like, it's not cancer or
Well,
anything.
probably because your body needs more just like protein or like that comes in the chicken nuggets, and if all she's eating, then she's not getting anything else. I mean, your body needs other things. Like, she should next time when she orders chicken nuggets, you should order like a soda too, or French
Oh
fries.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, balance. She should balance it out.
Yeah, get those balance of vitamins from French fries and chicken nuggets, you know? The French
Yeah,
fries really just
Exactly.
add to it.
could like throw in a salad somewhere. I don't know where you'd get a salad from. Maybe an apple pie. You'd get some fruits in there.
Yeah. Or an apple pie or
Yes.
strawberry cookie. Yeah, something like that way she can get like a balanced diet, and then she won't pass
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
2 weeks of fast food. I mean, I rotated it. I mean, one day McDonald's, the next day KFC, the next day pizza, but it was fast food every single day for 2 weeks. And after that, I just like don't even mention the word. I'm not going to any fast food outlet. I'm gonna cook, and I hate cooking. I really really hate cooking. It's like the worst thing. It will be the last thing that I'll ever do. But yeah, I volunteered to cook.
Oh wow,
Me
you just
too,
got
I'm the
that.
same way.
Fine.
See, I like to cook. I just never have anything to cook with.
Oh, well, you mean food-wise or your
Yeah,
utensils and stuff?
guys or like materials too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it like really easy to find over there? I mean, I remember when I was living in England, you just open packets and you have a stir fry salad.
So you're talking about like frozen food and stuff?
No, no, like fresh salad. I mean, you have fresh
Oh,
salad and then the dressing, or you can just open this packet where it's freshly cut and washed, and all you have to do is just put it in a pan, stir it around for a while, and you have stir fry vegetables, and then you can like reheat rice and all sorts of different beef and chicken
that
things.
sounds really good. You're making me hungry.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And I haven't even eaten yet. No, but I'm
Well,
always hungry though. So, all right. So, in hot dog news,
In what
uh,
news?
in hot dog news, it's not that
Hot
kind of hot dog. Like, a Florida man was set on fire because of dog that was set on fire.
what?
Yeah, yeah. His apparently his wife, she was washing her dog and she noticed a tick. She grabbed lighter fluid to try and burn the tick off. The dog noticed the fire, and freaked out. She jumped through the fire on accident, and then the husband like he overheard his wife freaking out because the dog was on fire, so he ran, tackled his dog into the pool, and they both are suffering from severe burns.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So it literally is a
That sounds like
hot dog.
something you see on. That sounds like something you see on YouTube.
Yeah, that sounds like a great YouTube video.
God.
Yeah. What I want to know is what was she thinking pulling out like lighter fluid on a lighter? Like, didn't she like? Then like, of course the dog's gonna freak out. The dog's like, oh, what is that?
But
Oh, they.
oh
And then she's over here just like freaking out. Like the dog's probably like running around like on fire, like yelping, and she's over here like, oh my god, just standing there.
The things people do for their dogs, though, like people will risk their lives for their dogs. Because you said the guy and the dog had very severe burns, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the
yeah.
guy wasn't even he wasn't right by it, and then all of a sudden his instincts tell him to just tackle the dog and, go
Into
in the
the pool.
pool. That's crazy.
I mean, he obviously got the fire out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that dog's gonna trust going around the wife anymore. Like not for baths anymore, at least.
Yeah. Don't trust women with jobs like that. I'm just kidding. That's so sexist. I'm kidding.
Like,
I'm
come here,
kidding.
Fido. Like, it's that fine. The dog's gonna be like, no, not by you. I still remember.
Yeah, the dog has trust issues for the rest of its life.
He has like PTSD.
gonna need a counselor.
Yeah. He gets around
Dog
fire, he
counseling.
starts freaking out and yelping.
Well, it's great that they both survived, though, that, it didn't get too bad.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad about that. Then, alright, so in Brotherly Love News, this is actually pretty cool. So his older brother carried his younger brother, who had cerebral palsy, 40 miles during a march to raise awareness for cerebral palsy.
Sorry, what did you say?
His older brother carried his younger brother, who had cerebral palsy, 40 miles on his back, like during a march to raise awareness for cerebral palsy.
Wow.
I'm going to
Yeah.
assume that the guy took breaks. Hopefully.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, maybe he did. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think it was just a nonstop march.
Because with the marches and things like that, the events that they do, they usually have like little water stations where you can take a break for a second
yeah.
or something. So hopefully, But wow, that's so heroic, I guess.
40 miles is how many kilometers? Because I remember walking 3 miles, and it was, yeah, quite torturous.
I don't know how many. I don't know how you translate that to kilometers. I'm really bad at math, so.
Yeah, I'm not the best either.
Okay, you
I
said
don't
it
know
was
how
40.
to.
It's 64.4 kilometers.
Oh.
Kilometers.
That's 40 miles?
Yep.
Huh.
According to Google.
According to Google? I know that there's 5,180 feet in 1 mile.
That's good. Good for you, Dave.
I've got enough word problems to know that much. Yeah.
But what was his
um,
what statement was he trying to make? Was he trying to make a specific statement with that, or did his brother like?
It Well, it was a march to raise awareness for cerebral palsy,
Wait.
saying, hey, yeah, to raise awareness for it.
It just kind of seems a
And,
little unnecessary to me, but I mean, go him if he's trying to, build up his strength or something.
well, it's to like raise awareness, like say, hey, we need more funding for like the scientists so they could come up find cures for cerebral palsy and stuff like that. So he
Okay.
wasn't just doing it for his brother; he was doing it for everybody, for like cerebral palsy in general.
It was probably
Kind of
quite.
like how, kind of like how people do marches for like breast cancer awareness.
Right, I understand doing the march. I just don't understand why he needed to carry his brother that far.
Well,
Like,
because his brother had cerebral palsy. His brother can't walk that far on
oh,
his
so it's
own.
like so the brother can be a part of it. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just like, what is the point? I don't get it. But I get it. I get it now.
Yeah, so his brother could be in it. And then it's R.I.P. news.
What?
R.I.P. Rest in peace, dude. Last week on Saturday, Gloria sent this message to Bishop T.D. Jakes. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with Bishop
Gloria
T.D.
sent
Jakes
it
is?
to who?
Do you know who Bishop T.D. Jakes is?
No.
Yeah.
He's like this pastor. He's like of this like huge mega church here in America. I don't know exactly where at though. Um,
I know it's
yeah.
somewhere in the
Anyway,
South.
yeah, somewhere. No, I thought it was Midwest.
I thought it was in the
I don't
South.
know. I
Whatever.
could be wrong. Well, last week on Saturday, Gloria sent this message to Bishop T.D. Jakes. Dear Bishop, my wedding is coming up on the 28th of this June. I will send you pics to post to invite your readers to my wedding. Thanks from Gloria. And instead of receiving these pictures, he received a pic of her headless corpse because she was murdered while on the way to see her parents.
Oh my gosh.
On the way to do what?
Yeah. On the way to see her parents.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And whoever murdered her cut her head off and took her head.
But for her wedding,
Huh?
I'm lo- I'm totally lost.
I said whoever murdered her, like they cut her head off and took it.
That's crazy. That's really
Yeah.
messed up. There's some really sick people in this world.
Yeah.
They're definitely is.
How did T.D. Jakes
But
respond?
T.D. Jakes was the one who posted that picture asking for prayers.
He posted it?
Yeah, he posted a picture and a message on Facebook asking for prayers for the family and stuff.
It's really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
the
he didn't
family.
post it with any malicious intent. I could tell he had good intentions for posting it.
Yeah, that's pretty raw.
That
I,
is.
I can't even look at pictures like that. I can't even look at pictures that, I mean, like some people are
Let's see.
spicy. Ugh.
When I saw the picture, I wanted to throw up. I was like, at first I didn't know what it was. Like, I was like, I had to take a second to like, I looked at it for a second. I was like, what the heck? Is that real? And then when I realized it was real, I was like, oh my god. Like,
Well,
it was, yeah.
I don't know
It's,
what to feel about that, but are a lot of people angry that he posted that photo or something?
no, I mean, I didn't see anybody that was angry. I mean, people were responding, like,
Oh, that's
like people
good.
understood.
would actually feel quite upset if somebody posted a gory picture, like somebody being mutilated or somebody was shot, or even just somebody with lots of blood. I don't want to see those things because it
Yeah,
kind of freaks me out a
yeah.
little bit.
I don't want to see those things either. Like, because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's pretty disturbing. But I guess I can understand maybe a message he was trying to get across. But I know it just doesn't add up. You know, pray for the family or whatever. But then you show this picture. Maybe the family was pushing for him to post the picture or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, but to
But
put
I
it
wouldn't have
along
did
with
it.
the picture, well, he'll show him what the message that he received, like instead of because like he showed the message that Gloria first sent him, and then he showed the message that he received later on, and then that was part of the message. So it was like it was together.
Yeah. Am I frozen, guys?
No, you're
You
fine.
know?
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, like it's. I hope that whoever did it, I hope that they're shaming themselves, and yeah, that they better not show their face in public ever.
Yeah. So they haven't found the killer.
I don't
Yeah,
think they have.
very.
Oh.
'Cause I'm pretty sure if they did, I'm pretty sure he would have mentioned that.
Yeah. Okay.
And if it was just last week, then they're probably still investigating.
True, true, true. But the killer sent the email?
No, and he didn't say who sent him the email.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Like he just said he said that he waited to see the pictures, and instead of receiving the pics that she said she was going to send, he got this instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
It really
And
is.
that actually concludes current events.
Well, David, could you have concluded on something a little more lighthearted,
I
please?
know, right? You had
I know,
all
I'm
these funny
sorry.
stories, and then bam, you just hit us with this. Oh, this woman was decapitated.
Oh, you eat cake.
Yeah. Yeah, like, Nadia's like, how do I follow up on that?
Yeah. Whew. Okay, let me think. Hmm. Let's take a moment here and brush that aside.
Yeah.
Let's see. What have I got for Nuts Buzz? I do know a gory story. And
Oh
it
no.
happened really close to my house, but I don't actually want to say it because I know the family and I don't know what happened. I think the guy was actually he probably he was either possessed or suddenly had a trigger for some mental disorder or something because he's a really nice guy, but suddenly he just went berserk. So yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
better not say anything about it. But
Yeah.
it was tragic. It really was.
Um,
Anyhow, let's see.
All these sad stories.
Yeah, let's not let's not talk about sad stories anymore. Let's talk about how about do you know Susan Boyle?
No.
Have you
I mean,
heard
I've
of her?
heard that name, but I don't know who she is.
I
I know
believe she.
she's. Oh.
Sorry.
I know she was a really good singer and something of dealing with American Idol, but she's like old.
Yeah, she was on the Britain's Got Talent, and she's
Oh.
senior to most of the other contestants. But so when she got on stage, Simon and all the other judges kind of assume that she's one of those who think that they can sing but probably can't sing, and they were totally blown away when she started singing. I can't remember what she sang, but it was really beautiful. Like she
Yeah.
really had something, and she won the Britain's Got Talent in 2009. And I
Wow.
think part of the popularity was because she started off as a kind of ordinary person and she made it to the end. And then now she's gonna be acting.
Oh.
What?
Yes. Yeah, they say that she's gonna make her acting debut in a it's a new festive film called The Christmas Candle. So she's supposed to be a church warden's wife, and it's supposed to be in like 1890s. It's a story about a preacher sent to a small English town, and then they believe in a magic candle. So
What?
Oh,
yeah, I
A
haven't seen the
magic
trailer or
candle?
anything yet. I don't know whether she can act, but I guess it's something that we can wait and see.
What's it called?
yeah.
What's it called? What's it gonna be called?
The Christmas Candle.
The Christmas Candle.
Sure, if
Interesting.
it might just be in UK cinemas though.
Oh, really?
Sure, I'm not sure if it'll be worldwide.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we could view it at some point in time, maybe on the next.
Oh,
Or,
with the internet, you can do anything.
yeah.
It doesn't matter where it's at. 'Cause
Eventually.
you can log on to the UK's internet. Like, I think it's like you can go on Google and you can log on to like the Google in UK.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure somebody's gonna get the CD and like burn it, upload it somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Bootleg. I hate bootleg movies though.
Why?
Cause like it's kind of annoying when like you're watching a movie and you see like heads pop up on the bottom of the screen.
What?
Oh, you're talking about
Oh,
that type of bootleg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really annoying.
Or like you hear people in the background talking, you're like, oh, really? Come on now.
ours
Okay.
have like, something additional because they actually put subtitles. So an English movie will have Malay words at the bottom of it, and sometimes the Malay words just don't make sense at all. It's just it's just so wrong. They just translated it all wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with any kind of when you translate anything to anything. Um, like I know a lot. Like my cousin, whenever she posts like Facebook statuses in Chinese, like the little translation thing appears on the bottom, and then just out of fun, out of curiosity,
Mhm.
I'll sometimes click on translate just to see how it translates it, and it's like completely like it's completely like different from what she actually said.
Oh, you're saying with Facebook Translator?
Yeah, no, like it's called Bing. Bing
Oh,
is
the
a
Bing
horrible.
Translator through Facebook,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, Bing is horrible at translating.
Yeah, it's hard. Like you need kind of like a human mind behind the whole translation process. I mean, those things help with just translating like words, I know specifically, but with sentence structure and grammar, no, not so much.
Yeah.
That's why like my Spanish teacher could always know like if kids were cheating by putting things into Google Translate just because it wouldn't make any sense at all. I would never cheat though, of course.
I don't understand why you want to try cheating through Google Translate.
I don't know, I guess to make their sentences make sense, but they don't make any sense when you put it
No,
in,
they
so.
don't.
Oh, by the way, you guys, Syed says hi.
Who?
Syed Shah. He says
Oh,
hi.
hi.
Hi,
Thanks
can't
for
pronounce your
watching.
name, but thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of Arabic.
Yeah,
It
it
does
sounds
actually.
different.
Shah. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Google Translate. I actually use it sometimes with two languages that I understand perfectly well, English and Malay. Because sometimes I can think of the sentence in English, but I can't restructure it properly in Malay. So I'll write a perfectly good English sentence, and then they'll translate it. And sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's just whack.
What
Yeah.
is your native language? English or Malay?
Malay.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
So it'll be something like,
I think.
"Hi, apa kabar?"
Oh wow, I have never heard Malay before.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I know in
So,
like I know in
sorry.
Taiwan there's a lot of Malaysian people there though.
As in Malaysian Chinese?
Well, I don't know if they're Chinese, but I know that they come from Malaysia. We're not Philippines there, Filipinos there too.
Mm. I know we have a lot of people who have kind of like office branches in Taiwan, or their HQ is in Taiwan, so they end up traveling a lot back and forth.
Oh really?
Yeah. And it's quite common to see Malays, like myself, we are Malays, and our native language would be Malay. Um,
Yeah.
but there's the Chinese, and theirs would be, they speak Chinese at home. So sometimes their Malay
Yeah.
is not that good. But yeah, because we've all integrated since young, there are some Malays who can speak Chinese very well, and there are some Chinese who speak Malay better than Malays.
Oh.
Huh. That's interesting.
Hmm. I had a Chinese friend in school who spoke Malay without any Chinese inflection at all. It sounded like a perfect Malay person speaking.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not know the difference, honestly. I mean, I know the difference between Chinese and Malay, but I wouldn't know what accent would sound like.
Uh,
It's okay. I'd have to give a few words for David to speak, then probably it'll sound something like that. But even those people who grew up overseas, they won't speak Malay the same way as a Malay who brought up in Malaysia since young.
Right, right.
that makes sense because they're influenced by like
Yeah.
other like yeah.
Right,
That
different
is
Actually,
dialects and different accents.
like when I was younger, I used to be able to speak like Chinese like really well, and
mhm.
now like I not so much. Like now when I try and speak it, like you could definitely tell I have I have an accent now when I speak it.
Yeah. Because your American
Um,
accent is very strong now.
Exactly.
you were
They used
born
to,
in the
No,
U.S., right, Dave?
me?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wasn't. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
I was born on I was born on I guess American soil, but I wasn't born in the U.S.
Okay. Where were you
That
born?
makes sense.
you were born in Taiwan.
What?
Were you born in Taiwan under U.S.?
So I was born in London, but we lived in Taiwan until I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Born in London?
Yeah.
London, England.
Yeah.
Oh,
You said America.
wow.
Yeah. But I didn't. We didn't live there. I was just born there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
Hang on just a second. Syed says that your program is very nice and I like it. Oh, thank you very much. And
Oh,
he
Oh,
asked if
thanks.
we are here every day or only on Tuesday. So, we're here only on Tuesdays, Syed. So make sure you're here every Tuesday, 11 o'clock American time, well, Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are, go check out the time conversions. Or subscribe to all of us and just wait for it to come on.
Yes.
yeah. If you're like Eastern time is 11 a.m. Mountain time is 9 a.m. and West Coast time is 8 a.m.
And Malaysian time is 11 p.m.
Oh yeah, and Malaysia. Yeah. What? think that's East Asian time, 11 p.m. No? Yeah, no, yeah, 'cause Taiwan's 16 hours ahead of us. So in Taiwan is right now.
Be 4 hours ahead of me, I think.
Oh wow. Well, it's 16 hours ahead of me. I should rephrase that.
Mm.
So
All right.
let's see. What have I got? Well, since we're on the topic of like Taiwan kind of stuff, I was just watching a Taiwanese drama when I started the
Oh.
hangout with Dave. And I didn't realize that he was already in the hangout, and I just had the thing on speakers, and I don't know, what were you thinking when you heard that, Dave? Were you in the right channel or something?
I recognized, like, I mean, there was a Chinese show that you were watching, but I was just like, man, I didn't know Nadia knew Chinese.
My Chinese is
Confused.
very limited.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Um, Kiana, you said that you studied Spanish in school, is it?
Yeah, yeah. I was taking a Spanish class like this past semester.
That's really cool. I've always wanted
Yes.
to learn Spanish, but unfortunately, they didn't have it in my school.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah, I've been
I
learning it
tried.
since second grade.
Oh
Wow.
wow. I tried taking a Spanish class, and I just like, well, because I had to. It was mandatory back in the school I was in. So
Yeah.
I didn't
But
really
it
like it.
sucks though, because it's so repetitive. They just teach you the basics over and
Yeah.
over again in elementary school. Then in middle school, you might learn a little more if you're, an exceptional student in Spanish. They'll bring you up to Spanish 1, and then you go to high school,
Yeah.
and then you learn 1, 2, 3, 4 if you stick with it. But it's not really that
See,
great.
when I got into high school, I had a choice between either Spanish or French, but I had to take one or the other, and I just decided to take French.
Ah, but I think
Yeah.
Spanish is easier to learn.
What?
I feel that Spanish is easier to pronounce anyway.
No,
Yeah.
like French is easier, I think, because
Really?
I didn't have to. Yep, I didn't have to worry about rolling my R's or anything like that. And there
I
was
don't know.
I,
just
I
less
just
things to remember.
sorry?
And there was just less things to remember.
I don't know. I
Anyway,
think I have the alphabet down pretty well, so like the sounds and stuff.
you
Uh,
stay aligned in each language.
yeah, I would like to learn how to do sign language though.
About what?
I would like to learn how to do sign language though.
Ah, yes. That
Yeah.
would
Seems
that would
hard.
be useful.
It does seem hard, but I always
Cause
see people like I always see deaf people talking to each other, and it's like I'm like, what are you saying?
Yeah. But it would be really good to learn that. So if you actually see somebody who couldn't speak, or I mean, who needs to understand sign language,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think you'd have like a really good feeling by being able to help them translate.
yeah.
yeah, that would be cool. I know that,
Well,
that's like a job in itself. A
uh,
sign language interpreter.
they do, but they get paid pretty good though.
They do?
Do they?
Yeah, they pay sign language interpreters like really well. There's such a high demand for them.
Right.
Hmm.
Maybe because there aren't that many of them.
Yeah,
But then there's so many different types of sign language. There's American, and then there's, other kinds. I don't know what else is out there, but
I just knew about American Sign Language.
Yeah, I figured that. I assumed.
Oh yeah. I
Oh, by the way,
didn't know
guys,
that there was other things. What?
Syed says it's 7 p.m. where he is. Yeah.
Wow. I wonder where he's at.
Yeah. And London, Taiwan is nice.
Yeah,
He
maybe he
said
is
London,
somewhere in the
Taiwan is
Middle East.
nice.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
I don't know about London, but I could definitely say Taiwan is nice.
I'll say Bath is nice. It's close to London. Anyway, let's see
Oh
what's
really?
next. Yeah, I studied there. My next
Oh.
news. Let's see. I saw this last week actually. Apparently, Brian May to release new Queen songs with Freddie Mercury. I don't know how they're gonna do
Wait,
that.
what happened? What happened?
Okay. The headline is Brian May to release new Queen songs with Freddie Mercury.
Like Queen
Isn't
isn't the
it Freddie
band?
Mercury dead or something?
Let's see. So apparently, Queen are to release new tracks featuring Freddie Mercury's vocals by the end of the year. So that's what their guitarist said. The the songs dating back to 1980s will be released on a compilation album. So he did pass away in 1991, but then Queen released an album called Made in Heaven. So I guess they took some vocals that he left behind and just made new songs out of it. And
Oh, that's
then,
cool.
What?
Like Michael Jackson and Tupac and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It would be kind of interesting to see what they'd come out with for, Queen.
Yeah, Queen's awesome. I'm excited for that.
Music?
Sorry, what did you say, David?
They're just using his music?
Sorry, what? Music?
I said they're just using his music?
Yeah, I think they found some of his old tapes, maybe bits and pieces here and there, and then
Oh.
they decided to reconstruct it into songs. I believe that's what it says.
Oh, well, I can just see it now. If they did come up with something, people are gonna. Yeah, I can just see a bunch of people saying, "Oh, Freddie Mercury's not really dead. He's fake. He's dead."
That could be
No, he
another
died.
headline, but it's such a
I,
long time ago.
But I really think it's always cool when they do that. They
you
take like
tell.
a post-humanist album and make an album out of old vocals, because it's like it's cool to see what the new generation can do with like classic music and stuff. So that sounds like a great idea, and I gotta look out for that album being released.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's gonna be called?
Possibly. I saw it somewhere. Queen Forever. It's
Say
gonna
that
be
again.
a Queen Forever.
Queen Forever. Okay.
So they say it will have new material on which nobody in the world has ever heard. And then currently, the songs do not have the bombastic Queen sound, but the guitarist and the drummer um, said they were going to give it the band's trademark anthem touch. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh,
Cool. Yay. I like
So yeah,
I'm not that into classic rock, but I love Queen though. They're really good.
I think they probably
is this the
are.
same band? Are we talking about the band that made that song We Will Rock You"?
Ooh,
Yeah,
isn't
I
that
think
like
they
Is
did
it
do
that
that.
band?
I just know they did We Are
Okay.
the Champions.
That
yeah?
okay? Yeah, that's it.
Actually,
And yeah, because I think that's Aerosmith that did We Will Rock You. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you
Hang
sure?
on.
I thought it was.
Go. I should know it, but I can't remember who it is right now.
Or maybe it's Rolling Stones. I don't even know.
No, it was Queen.
I thought Rolling Stone.
Was it?
It
It
was.
was. Okay.
They did We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You?
Yep, they did.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
They seem very motivated.
Google Magic.
Google what?
Google Magic.
Exactly.
Anytime you have a question about anything, just Google it. Google has all the answers.
Google is the
Except
source.
Google didn't have the answer to why can't I invite you to my Google Hangout?
Oh.
I was like, where's
Have you
the
ever have you ever tried Googling Google?
No.
I actually did one time. I was really
Yeah, I've done
bored
that
one day.
before.
Yeah, so I was like, I wonder if I Google Google.
Okay.
I even YouTube too.
And what did you get?
Just a bunch of random things.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. I just want to just briefly say this because I saw this article on our radio station's Facebook. But Prince William reveals his favorite bands.
Prince William.
So apparently,
Oh,
the Duke of Cambridge, England, he really likes Coldplay and Linkin Park.
wow.
Everyone loves
I would have
Coldplay.
guessed Coldplay. I wouldn't have guessed Linkin Park though.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe he
Linkin
had.
Park is probably what?
Sorry, go ahead, David.
I was gonna say Linkin Park is probably one of the only bands like rock that I actually could say that I kind of like, and that's because they're not exactly all rock. They also kind of like rap too.
Yeah.
So
I love Linkin Park, but then
yeah.
I would say they are rock. Maybe not heavy metal rock.
Did they do that
Yeah.
song that goes, "Where'd you go? I miss you so"? Did they do that song?
I think it was Fort Minor.
Oh, they remind me of Fort Minor.
It's because Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park actually went to Fort Minor. He started at Fort Minor.
Oh.
Huh.
So that's why it sounds so similar. It's because it's the same
Oh.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
I guess I like that guy then.
Yeah, it was good.
Wait, where's Fort Minor? I never even heard of it.
You never heard of Fort Minor? You should check out hang on, there's this one song, remember the name or remember my name. I think it's Remember the Name. I really love that song by Fort Minor. It's really cool.
Remember the name. That
Yeah.
title actually sounds familiar. I may have heard it.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Oops. But
Oh
yeah.
no.
Whoops. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, and I think the World Cup, it's soccer, football. I'm not sure what you call it again. Soccer. Yes, soccer.
Yeah.
So apparently, Jennifer Lopez won't be performing the World Cup's official song, along with Pitbull, and Claudia Leight. I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know why she
Why
won't be
not?
there. They're not saying.
Speaking about the World Cup, I actually saw on the news just the other day, I guess. I didn't actually watch the whole thing before I found out the reason. It was just I seen it at a glance, and I had to go to work. But I guess they're saying that America's chances of winning the World Cup this season are pretty much slim to none.
Well,
Really?
yeah, that's what I've
Yeah,
been hearing too.
yeah.
I'm
We're
afraid.
Like,
not known for the. Hmm?
yeah, like we're not known for like winning the World Cup, so
We're not.
you know why that's a big
That's not.
deal.
That's not our specialty. We can't be good at everything. Hey.
Yeah, we don't play soccer. We play American football.
Is that what's
Yeah.
called what we call rugby? Is that American football?
Yeah,
Rugby's
it's
similar
kind
to
of like rugby,
football.
except in rugby you don't have all the pads. In American football they have all kinds of padding.
Ah,
That's pretty much the only difference.
Rugby is probably like more brutal than football. That's what
oh
I've been told.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they don't have pads. So if when they tackle each other, it actually hurts a lot more.
I can't imagine. It's like I always see them land on each other. Like, ow.
Yeah. I mean, it still does. It probably. I imagine it still hurts. Like even when you're wearing all those pads, I can't even imagine wearing all that. Like, that way, and then you have to run carrying all that on you.
Yeah.
I know there was a female rugby team at my old high school because there wasn't a female football team, so
So they made a
Oh,
yeah,
rugby team.
it's interesting.
That's pretty cool, actually. I
wow.
Yeah.
don't understand.
Were they just
At
as
my high school,
sorry, I
what?
was gonna say, were they just as like rough and tough as the guys' football? I mean, rugby?
Yeah, because only the big girls would do it, not like the little petite girls.
Um,
So
like
I'm
the
pretty sure it
tomboy, the
got pretty
tomboyish girls.
intense.
At
Oh.
my
Yeah.
high school, there was a girls lacrosse team.
Who what?
A girls lacrosse team.
What?
Catch that.
A girls lacrosse team.
Oh, lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't picture that. That's the one that they kind of like hit that
It's
with
like a
it.
net.
Yeah, they have like a net or whatever. And they're like, I don't know. Like it looks kind of weird to me. Like I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
I didn't mind it.
I don't. Yeah. I don't really understand sports unless it's
I was just gonna
basketball.
say the same thing. I don't understand sports.
I don't get it either.
unless
Anyway,
unless it's basketball, but even then I really don't understand it. Like I mean I understand like the basics of basketball, but that's about it.
Were you the kid that got picked last, like in gym class or something?
No, I used to play basketball. Well, we would play street ball, me and my friends. We would play actual basketball.
Oh,
what's
in
And
street?
gym
street
class
ball.
though, you have to play everything.
Oh no, in gym class, I skipped it. Yeah,
That explains it.
yeah. I would skip a lot of classes in school. Like I just didn't show up. Like it got so bad, the teachers just expected me to not be there.
Um,
They're
I
like, oh, they. One of my friends told me one day in my history class, the teacher like was doing a roll, and he called my name. He was like, David. He's like, not here. Not what a surprise.
oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
And when I,
anyway,
when I would show up to class, the teacher would always be like, well, look who finally decided to show up.
That's
And I
embarrassing.
would show, I would
really
show up,
awkward.
and I would just go to sleep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we should wrap up Nad's Buzz so that we can
Alright.
actually get to Kiana's Get Real with Kiana. So take it away,
Alright.
Kiana.
All right, it's time for Let's Get Real with Kiana, live from Detroit. Anyway. I
Why
totally
would
forgot
you
to say where I'm from earlier, so let's close that in. Okay, anyway.
another one time?
So it's time for your advice that you, the viewer, have asked. Both of them are anonymous, so I'm not going to give location or names or anything. So, advice number 1 says, how would you feel if you were dating someone and they told you they have previously cheated on their past boyfriend with someone else, going behind their back? Would that have... Sorry, I just lost it. Would that already make you suspicious, or would you give them a totally clean slate since you're talking to them, if you're dating them?
Wow, that's really hard.
That is. Like, so if I was like, she's saying if we were dating, like say if I was dating someone and she like said, hey, I have something I want to tell you, and she told me that on a previous boyfriend, not on me, but on a previous boyfriend, she cheated on him.
No,
Like,
that they
how?
cheated on their last boyfriend.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
I'm trying to make it make it hypothetical. Like if I was dating someone and my girlfriend was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you," and she told me that her last boyfriend that she cheated on him. Is
Yeah,
that what she's asking?
it's like that once a cheater, always a cheater mentality. Like, would you guys have that mentality towards it, or would you just totally give them a clean slate and,
I'm a
what's in the
very,
past is
I'm
in the
a very,
past?
I'm a very forgiving person. So I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. So like I probably would give her a clean slate. I mean I would if she was honest with me up front and told me. And I was like, alright.
I'm guessing that they've probably been in a relationship for a while before they confess that they've cheated in the past relationship. So it's not going to be that easy to just break up.
Yeah.
And yet,
Yeah.
if I were in that person's shoes, I'd like to think that I would be so forgiving and be able to have a clean slate. I think at the back of my mind, if that person starts behaving suspiciously, I'd still start like, are you cheating on me? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
like when it comes to women, when we find out information or something, like especially information like that about our relationship and someone that we're putting time and effort and our emotions into, we're gonna like, I don't know, me personally, I would be paranoid after that, and I'd be thinking like in the back of my mind, okay, they just told me this information. Yes, they were honest with me about it, but was it really necessary for that to come up in a conversation? Obviously, this is a guy, but I'm just saying from my point of view, um, it would be if it started to consume my mind like constantly, I'd have to like I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with that because I've been in a situation where I was in a relationship and they actually had ended up cheating on me, which, yeah, they cheated on me. So I guess it gives me a right to be paranoid. But ever since then, I just feel like I'm not as forgiving of cheating. So if I know that they've cheated in the past, I don't know if I could stay with them. Um,
Yeah.
Also, the viewer told me that he had only been dating her for a little while. Like, I don't know how long, but like a few weeks or so.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, not too long.
Well, at the same time though, I mean, it could be possible that she probably wanted to confess it just to get out in the open. That like she knows that she's not hiding anything from him. So if it does ever come up later on, it won't be like a surprise. Like he'll already have known about it.
That's true,
So
because
I
if you're
mean,
communicating, things like that are going to come out.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. The way I look at it is what's done is done. As long as she has learned from it and has moved on, like I said, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, as long as she's, as long as I could tell that she's being genuine with me, then I
Yeah,
would give her peace. Like, until she, and then if she ended up burning me again, then like I'll be done with her.
that's
So,
true.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold her past against her. If that
That's
makes sense.
true, and that's good that you can do that. Me personally, I actually have cheated on a boyfriend before, but it wasn't like a serious relationship, and I was like 15 years old, so I wouldn't even count that.
Yeah.
Don't count that, Kiana, please.
Yeah.
It's like
Like, and
silly, so.
what exactly would you guys consider cheating though? I know like there's a really fine line.
Well, me, I think that flirting is cheating, but flirting, you're never gonna, if like the person is naturally a flirt, then you already know that about that other person. And obviously, you're accepting them as they are, so you're gonna look past that. But,
I hate
like,
that. I hate that it's you.
huh?
I hate that it's you when people say, "Oh, well, he's just naturally a flirt," or "She's just naturally a flirt." No, you're just pretty much giving her a reason to pretty much like pretty much be unfaithful. Like flirting, like I agree with you. Flirting is cheating's ugly cousin.
But
So you don't
you know,
believe that people. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
or I was gonna say sometimes some people just are a little bit flirtatious in the way they talk. They probably don't really mean it, and like
Well, that's
insurance.
what I'm saying though. But when you're in a
Sounds
relationship,
like
I feel like when you're in a relationship, you should take if you know that about yourself, you should take extra precautions to make sure you don't come across like that for the sake of your significant other.
You're right, but there's some people that are like, I'm me, this is who I am, and you're gonna take it or leave it. So if that person is still like, oh, I still want to be with you, then they have to suck it up.
That person must be desperate. Because
Yeah,
if I was with someone and she told me that, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm gonna leave it.
yeah. There are
So I'm
some
not
really
gonna deal with
desperate
it.
people out there, though. Plenty of them, actually.
That is true.
Yeah. So I just overall, I guess, keep a close eye on that person though too, just to see, make
Yeah.
sure they're, because people can change. You're right.
yeah.
So I guess I changed my answer on that.
Maybe see how well they are together, and but try not to get too paranoid because if the guy, I believe you mentioned the girl was the one who said that she cheated before.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't want to get too paranoid to the point where he's like obsessive.
Yeah, because that would be detrimental to the relationship or budding relationship.
Have
Yeah.
you guys seen the movie called Obsessed?
Sorry?
Yeah. With
Yeah.
Beyonce.
No, not Beyonce. Like,
Oh,
no, not Beyonce. It's about this
I guess I
guy.
don't
Like, I
know.
guess he was cheated on. So like, this next relationship that he's in, he's engaged to this woman, and he like vows to make sure he doesn't get cheated on again. Like, he like pretty much keeps this woman on such a short leash. Like, he knows exactly. Like, I remember one scene where he came home from work. He was, he was pissed off. He was like, "What took you so long?" She was like, "There was traffic." He was like, "No." He was like, it takes 5 minutes for you to get from your office to the store, and it takes 10 minutes to get from the store back here." And he was like, "And during rush hour traffic, it just takes you about 15 minutes." It was like he had all those times. I was like, "Oh my god."
Now that's controlling.
Yeah, and he was like, "You were 2 minutes late, so where were you?"
Wow.
And to me, that's the guy's issue. That's his problem. That's not a problem with the woman. But a lot of controlling men,
Yeah,
they want to turn their insecurities and their issues and turn it in on the woman and make the woman feel bad for not falling under this control that he's trying to set, you know?
yeah. And sadly, a lot of times it actually works.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thank you for submitting your question, anonymous viewer. Okay, so the second piece of advice that is needed, um, they write, it is a female, I'll say that. I was in a car accident 16 months ago. I am physically fine, but lately I have been having flashbacks of the incident. Yesterday morning, my mom and I were in another car accident. Since then, I haven't been able to focus on anything. I keep flashing back, and it scares me. Do you have any advice for me?
Wow. My sister was in an accident last year, and she was physically fine, but her
Hmm.
car flipped over nearly. She tore a ligament, and she had to have surgery. But I think the only way to get through it is with family support and time. Um, my sister got into the accident on her way to work. So every time she wants to drive in that on along that road, when she reaches that place where she lost control of the car because the tire burst,
Yeah.
she gets really freaked out about it. So I guess having family with you the first few times you travel that road might help, but if not, maybe she might need some counseling, like for
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say is like get like seek like some kind of professional help.
Yeah,
And I
well,
think,
counseling definitely it can help people through a lot of different things, and I'm not sure if she's seeing counseling. Um, Also, I think just praying, just keep in prayer. Have know when to have quiet time, but then also, like you said, family members, friends, surround yourself with people that love you and that can take your mind off of the incident. Obviously, since it was a car accident and the traumatic incident happened in a car, you can't avoid cars, and you have to know that you can't be fearful, to set foot in a car again because, that's a part of life and society. But just always like maybe being with someone, um, while you're in a car. I'm not sure if she has the flashbacks while she's in a car specifically, but I
mm,
know a lot of times if you're not engaging your mind in something productive, you might wander, into deep, dark thoughts of your past. So just, just to keep your sanity so you're not, paranoid or anything. Um, just be around people and do things that make you happy and keep productive.
and maybe if she does have those flashbacks, actually tell somebody about it, talk about it, don't just keep it to yourself. Because my sister did mention she had flashbacks, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's her. But now she's just driving around everywhere. So
Yeah.
I think she'll be able to get over it with time.
Yeah. I'm so sorry to hear that she got into another car accident, though. But she seems fine, though, from what I know. Because she's able to message me and let me know.
Mm.
But um, yeah, so
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely keep her in my prayers.
yeah,
But if
I don't know who she is, but God knows who she is.
yeah, I guess if the flashbacks get too often, do seek professional help because maybe they'll need something for the anxiety for a while.
yeah. Hopefully it's not affecting her to the point where she can't function on a daily basis, but from what I know,
Mm.
she can, like, live her life, and she's moved on from it. It's just I think recently the flashbacks have just come back, which this is all normal. Just know that this is normal. This is a normal part of trauma. You might feel like you're fine for months and not think about it, but then all of a sudden you become fearful all over again out of nowhere, and it's just the whole
It could
process of
also
hmm,
it could also be her body's way of telling her that she needs to breathe. Because I know if she hasn't really taken a she hasn't really breathed or whatever,
Yeah.
then yeah, that could be causing a flashback. I know a lot of people when they go through something traumatic like that, they tend to like push it down, press it, and just move on and like forget it ever happened. And that's not the right thing to do because it's gonna come back up out of the subconscious eventually.
Yeah, burying things, that's terrible. Like you can lash out irrationally. That's why a lot of these people like they seem perfectly normal, but then they end up going nuts, you know? And not saying you're going to go nuts though, you know. I don't think you have anything to worry about, but some people they just
I don't
lash
like
out out
go
of
nuts and like
nowhere.
shooting people out of nowhere.
Can you say that again?
I know what you like. People could seem like perfectly normal, and then like all of a sudden the next thing you know, they're lashing out and shooting someone.
Yeah. Like and they can
Oh,
have oh, go ahead.
no, I'll let you finish.
I mean, they could be convinced like they're over it, they're over the situation, and they think they've got it,
No,
you know, all under control and they're good. But you have to face these feelings and face them head on, even if it is painful.
that's true.
Definitely.
I just remembered a story, a news article I read like last week. Um, like I guess this sister accidentally shot her brother while they were posing for a picture for a Facebook picture.
I remember seeing that on Just Kidding News.
Was that?
Really?
Yeah, it was on Just
Oh,
Kidding News before.
oh. I remember. I
So,
don't remember. I don't remember why I found it, but like I was like reading it. It was just, yeah, she, like they were both drunk, and obviously when you're drunk, you have some pretty crazy ideas. Like so they decided to like pose for a Facebook picture with a gun, and the sister accidentally pulled the trigger and shot her brother.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought the brother shot the sister. So it was the
No,
sister that shot the brother.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
either way, that's tragic. It's such a waste.
yeah. I can't even. What, that is crazy. Like what I don't understand is why would they like? Well, I mean they're drunk obviously, but I mean they're posing with a gun in their hand and the safety is apparently on. No, it's off. The safety's off. Like maybe if they were sober and they did it, they would have the sense enough to like put the safety on. Well, I don't know why they want to pose for with a gun anyway. That's not,
Yeah.
Well,
But
people like to pose with the funniest things, randomest things.
yeah. Yeah, that's an
yeah.
example of Facebook can kill you.
It's an example of what?
Facebook can kill you.
Facebook? Why Facebook?
Oh, I was being facetious, but
Oh, I was seriously trying to understand what you're talking about.
oh, yeah, I don't think too much into that. Oh, and then
Okay.
there was a guy also who he was arrested recently, I guess, because he tried to reenact GTA, Grand Theft Auto, the video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he tried to reenact it. I guess there was some guy parked his car in front of a bar, and he was just gonna run in and run out. He fucking in the grass with me, so he left his car on. And this other guy came walking by, saw the car, decided, oh, this is a perfect GTA moment. And he jumped in the car and just drove off with it. And the cops, like, it issued in a high speed chase. The cops started chasing him. And when they finally caught him, the cops asked him what he thought he was doing. And his response was, he's like, well, I just wanted to know. He's like, I play Grand Theft Auto all the time, and I just want to know what it feel like in real life.
What? Oh,
Yeah. Was this a kid or was it a grown man?
You're a grown man.
Oh, because I thought I heard of a story with a kid that did that. I guess it was a grown man, though.
Yeah, it was just,
That
like,
okay.
sounds like something a kid would say.
yeah. And it's just crazy. I mean, like, how can you play? I don't understand how you can play video games that much to where you can't differentiate, you can't separate between reality and a video game. And I understand, I mean, because I know, like, I'll play a video game. Like, when I was younger, I used to, like, play video games a lot. And I could say, like, I mean, I understand what it's like you play a video game for so long, and, you know, you put it down, you go out and go about your business, and, like, you see, like, someone walking by, and you, like, in the back of your head, you, like, see yourself, like, turn around and punching that person or something for whatever stupid reason. But you don't actually act on it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Like,
Grand Theft Auto is addicting, though.
it is addicting, and I understand, like, playing that game, like, getting stuck and playing that game for a long time, but you gotta, like, you gotta be able to, like, differentiate, okay, this is a video game, and this is real life. I can do things in a video game that I can't do in real life.
Yeah.
But I guess they keep playing it over and over. They just, I don't know, they just lose that boundary.
Yeah, I know, and like I said, I mean, I could actually understand that to an extent. Like I said, like, I mean, when I was younger, like, one of my favorite games was Final Fantasy, and I used to play that game like all the time. I play that game like all day, every day. Like, I was addicted to that game. And I ever, like, I'll go and, like, into the real world, and, like, the thoughts, like I'll, like, go about my business, and I get, like, random thoughts coming in my head in the back of my mind about doing things that I could do in a video game that I can't do in real life, and I'll be thinking, like, oh, it would be interesting if I could do this, but I don't actually go around like, oh, yeah, I actually do this because I know I can.
Yeah. But that's
Mm.
you, and other people react to that differently, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, like, yeah. But I'm not gonna
But
go out. I'm not gonna be one of those people that blames the video game though. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's the video game's fault," and no, it's the person's fault for not being able to separate the two.
right. Okay. I have no idea how we got onto that subject though, but
Yeah, I am so sorry. I keep doing that. I apologize.
it's okay.
Like,
Um but thank you, anonymous viewer, for submitting your piece of advice. We pray that you will be doing well soon and getting better in your mental state and just getting over the incident. So
yeah, keep
anyway,
us posted on how you're doing,
yeah. Even if
please.
you don't need us to share on the show specifically, you just message me or any of us. We'll leave Facebook links on below, or anybody that has any watching this right now that needs any advice, just, message me or Dave or Nadia, and we'll get back with you and we'll post it on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article that I wanted to discuss,
Oh
it's
yeah.
titled Choosing Between Truth and Flattery. And it's basically about a woman in Malaysia who is a teacher. Her name is Lynn. And I guess she's talking with the person that wrote this article, and they basically they talk about their experience in a class that they were doing for teachers. It's all geared towards teachers just building up their English skills. Um, And the instructor of this class just seemed to constantly be praising all of the teachers. I guess they're considered students in this scenario, though. The students, he was just like complimenting them on all of their work, and it was almost as if no one had any flaws in their presentations or anything of that nature. And it really just made the person who wrote this article pose the question, is it really better to flatter someone and praise them and just constantly give positive feedback? Or do you really want to get real with the person and give constructive criticism and be honest when you see blemishes in someone's work, point them out? As being a teacher, a lot of teachers, they may think they know everything because they're in a teaching position, but there's always more to learn, and teachers are always students, and there's always more to learn. So, ooh. And I guess it
Yeah,
made the
I think.
woman.
No, finish. Sorry.
And I guess it made the woman writing the article just question whether or not it's better for teachers to just, I guess it made the teacher question whether or not she does that with her students as well when she returns to her class and, is teaching her students English. And I guess maybe it's about setting standards high for English like the English grammar that is learned maybe in the Malaysian education system as well. It just poses a lot of questions. And do you guys really think it's better to be honest or constructive criticism, or should you be brutally honest and just bring up the blemishes and bring up the mistakes, or should you just praise and bring out the positivity that you see only and just ignore the bad parts, because really all that matters is the positive?
Honestly, I think best the best tactic when it comes to something like this is to do a little mixture of both. Like you point out the things that they're doing right. Like yeah, you're doing really good in this area and in this area and in this area, and then you point out the things that they could work on, like you said. But here's where you're struggling with, and if you want, I can help you out in this area so you can make improvements. That way, it's not like you're constantly just berating the person, telling them all the bad things that they're doing, and never acknowledging the good. And it's also not like you're just pointing out the good and just puffing up their ego, and they don't ever improve on any of the areas that they're doing bad in, or they don't even know that they're doing bad in anything.
Exactly.
And I feel like that teacher that's doing that, I mean, I don't want to speculate too much about her motives behind it, but it seems like people who are constantly just flattering other people, it's a lot of times what I notice is they have like issues like with communication. They do it because they're afraid to like offend the other person. So
Yeah.
they rather, instead of offending that person, they rather just make them feel good so that they like them or whatever. I mean, there's no conflict.
Right.
Because I think
But then
that's
they
wrong.
all that's one angle of it, but also it could be a lack of maybe education of the teacher. Maybe the teacher doesn't realize like there were constant mistakes also. And then
Yeah.
as a whole that makes you
I
question like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I agree with that. That's why like I don't want to speculate too much about the teacher's motives. That's what I've noticed sometimes with people.
Right.
I sometimes feel like I've been in that situation that the teacher has been in. Like, say if my friend asked me to look through something, and I know how hard they've been like trying to perfect it, and then they're my friend. I know they worked really hard, so it's like, oh man, how do I tell them that this part needs to be redone, this part needs to be redone, this part needs to be redone, because they've worked so hard. And if I tell them, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just really bad at this. I never want to do this again." So I guess I, in that situation, I would actually like, yeah, this is really. I would say that they did it good, but I would have to, I don't know, find a way of twisting it around to find the good points and still correct what needs to be corrected. But it's hard, really hard. It's an awkward situation.
Yeah, in the article it talked about a student that it really messed up really bad on their presentation, but it was in front of the whole class. Like in that scenario, as a teacher, do you call them out? Because I've had like teachers call me out while I'm presenting and tell me what I'm doing wrong, and they're totally interrupting my presentation, and then it makes me question what grade am I really getting, you know? But then on the other hand,
I would. That's messed up. Like, I don't think a teacher should do that. Because all that is doing is humiliating the student. And humiliation is never the right way to do things.
I mean, if they're doing it in a way where they just they have you stop and then they give their input and then they have you continue going, you think that's humiliation?
Yeah, because like I would think it'd be more effective if the teacher pulled you aside after you got done with your presentation and just
True.
talk to you about it one on one.
I guess if,
And oh, go
sorry,
ahead.
I was gonna say if they were giving you, if they stopped you so that you could change, maybe you were going in the wrong direction, and if they corrected you to put you back on track, that would actually be something in your favor rather than, it's not that they're trying to humiliate you, but they're just kind of like leading you back to the right answer or something. I would think
Yeah.
okay, but it also depends on how they correct you.
That's true. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
True, yeah. Because I've had a really nice teacher, and I loved her because she would pause in the middle, and sometimes I guess she'd open it up for, not discussion, but, you know, there's some teachers, the way they talk, you just feel like you're put on the spot. But she didn't do that, though. She just made it seem like she was guiding you along the way of your presentation. So, I don't know.
See,
It
that's
can
a
be
good
harmful
teacher
or
right there.
helpful.
Right.
But
I
I
think
guess
it's.
someone, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Kiana.
I guess
I
someone who
think
is being
flattery, like,
interrupted, it's about improvising. Because sometimes when you're interrupted, it's like you have to improvise
yeah,
maybe if the teacher is gearing you a different way, and that might throw some people off.
Yeah,
yeah, they're not used to improvising.
they
Yeah.
might have
Like,
prepared a
I think
script.
yeah, I think flattery, like, help, like, probably on the surface level and temporarily seems help, but in the long run and on a deeper level, all it does is just hurt the person more. Like, cause say like you had a friend who thought he was like the best singer ever, and he claimed that
Right?
he was gonna go on American Idol and he was gonna win American Idol, but he sucked at singing. He was horrible at it. If all you're doing this thing is flattering him and telling him, "Oh, don't worry, you're awesome, you're an amazing singer," while at the same time plugging your ears every time they sing, they're gonna like go on to American Idol, and probably humiliating themselves in front of like millions of people, and because no one told him that he sucked. Whereas if someone would have told him, "Hey man, I don't think singing is your thing. I think you should try to find another hobby." Like, yeah, that could have like possibly destroyed him, and he could look for something else to do.
That's true. But yeah, at the same time, if you find somebody who can kind of sing, but they have no confidence at all, and then if you start pinpointing every single mistake that they do in the hopes of giving them, criticism to improve, they don't have confidence to begin with. They might just like drop it altogether.
Well, that's why you point out the good things that they're doing first. You say, hey, you have a good voice, and
Right.
like I do, like you do have amazing potential. Like, and then if there is like something that you notice where they can improve on, like, and here's where I noticed where you can make some improvements, like
Mm.
the pitch. You can make improvements on the pitch. The pitch is a little bit off. And I think that they'd be more willing to listen to that. So at least acknowledge the good and the bad.
Sorry?
Because at least you acknowledge the good and the bad, if that makes sense.
Right. Right. I think that constructive criticism is awesome. I always promote it with, if I care about what I'm doing,
Hmm.
I want to hear constructive criticism. If I'm just doing it for a grade or, it doesn't mean anything to me, if it's very impersonal, I don't really care. I don't care if I get criticism or not. But like with this show, like I always want feedback. I always want to hear feedback, or on YouTube. I love getting feedback from other people
Yeah.
so that I can gear towards, because the whole world is not about me. It's not about me just looking at myself on camera and, thinking I'm funny and that's all that matters to me. I want other people to enjoy what I do too. And I'm sure you guys can relate with that too with your YouTube pages. Um, in that instance, I absolutely love criticism. And when I'm really motivated about a class in school, I also have that same feeling. Like I ask questions. I want to know what's going on. Like what do I need to improve on so that I can produce better work and perfect it.
Exactly. It's very hard to find like real, honest, constructive criticism. But when you find it in all that junk, it's like, okay, I really appreciate this.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't really know how to give constructive criticism. It's like
Yeah.
I noticed like a lot of people like I had a friend not like a couple of years ago. Like me and her are both really big into writing and everything. And another one she asked one of our friends to critique one of the poems that she wrote. And her friend like didn't know how to like give constructive criticism at all. So like when she read the poem, she was like, "This sucks." And my friend was like hurt, like big time. I was like, "That's messed up." Like, how you gonna?
Yeah.
That's yeah. It's just, so then she showed it to me, and it was actually pretty good. Like I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I granted, I mean, it's all like relative. So I mean, when it comes to like writing or whatever. But
Yeah.
what her friend should have said was, it's not really my style or something like that. No, no, you suck. So
Ouch.
that's intelligent. And nowadays, I mean, with the whole internet, everything, I mean, everybody's a critic nowadays. They criticize everything, or they try to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's all about what standard are you trying to live up to, though, also,
Hmm.
because I mean, I I understand we kind of all want to be on the same page, but there's so many different opinions of what good English is, or what good singing is, or
Oh yeah,
good, a good poem is.
Mm.
And there's so many
yeah,
different standards that I guess that can kind of get mixed in with confusion of what really is right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, not trying to take
I
it
have a
way out of like.
I have a solution to solve all the confusion though. Everybody disagree with me.
Everybody what?
um,
Everybody disagree with me,
agree
and then
with Dave.
there's no more confusion.
That's our standard, okay. You set the standard.
Disagree with me, and then no more confusion.
We'd have to make a world announcement.
Yeah. And make
Nope.
sure everybody hears it and everybody can understand it because not everybody speaks English.
Very true.
That's true. Have it translated into like a bunch of different languages. Like, how many languages are out there right now?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
besides the main languages, 'cause I know there's a bunch of little languages that no one even knows about.
Exactly.
I don't even know how many of the minor ethnic group languages there are in Malaysia. Because there's
Oh
like
wow.
those areas in like I don't even know what they call it, but in the East Malaysia, they have a lot of small ethnic groups, and they have their own language. They have Iban, and I can't remember their own. Basically, it's just their own language. Yeah.
Yeah, that and also like just in like different languages, each language has like a bunch of different dialects too.
Right.
Like here in America, you can go down in the South and then go up to like New York, and they'll talk completely different from each other.
Yeah. It just
It's like are you
seems
guys
like with all the different languages in like a specific area, you'd think it would make it more divided or something. Like, do you feel like Malaysia is divided because of those languages
oh
or the
yeah.
language barriers?
No, not at all.
Oh,
No.
We say when I worked in hospital, I had a patient who didn't understand Malay or English. So, but then somehow you just end up communicating with them. It's a bit hard to ask them what the
Yeah.
symptoms are,
Don't,
but you just
isn't there like a man like? Oh sorry.
so you
I was
just kind of
gonna say,
like,
isn't there like a?
oh my God, go
Claudia's
ahead.
trying to talk.
Sorry.
Come on, let the woman talk.
I am. Sorry.
Go ahead, David.
No, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
I can't remember what I was gonna say anyway.
Oh, darn.
You were saying you said when you were working in a hospital and there was a woman that didn't know Malay or English.
Yeah, my patient didn't understand. So we basically like signed language to each other. But
Oh wow.
for the rest of the community, most of us understand at least Malay because that's like our national language. And even though we mix it all up, but we don't feel divided as such. Like we can all just have lunch together, Malay, Chinese, Indian, I don't know, mixed
Yeah.
Sarawakian, everything. We can just like all hang out together and it'll still be fine. And actually, I heard this from several of my Chinese friends, but Malaysian Chinese, when they hang out with other Chinese, like from Hong Kong or wherever, they're so used to speaking the Malaysian style of Chinese, which is mixing Malay and English and because we all speak all of those languages, so we'll like have a sentence that's totally mixed up, and other
Right.
Chinese people don't understand it. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It is actually. No, I was just gonna ask but you kind of already answered it. I was just gonna ask that is there a main dialect in Malaysia that everybody understands? 'Cause you kind of like you kind of answered that.
Yeah, it's mostly
Because like the reason why I was just thinking that because Taiwan's kind of like the same way. It's like really diverse. There's like different ethnicities there, like different languages. But there's one like main like national language that everybody pretty much understands. So that's how they communicate.
what was it in Taiwan? Is it
No, it's Mandarin Chinese.
all Mandarin?
Mandarin.
Yeah. Yeah.
For us, it's Malay and English, actually.
Yeah, I guess it would be Mandarin and English. There's a lot of English speakers there.
It's always great, like, with communicating, because even if you don't have a language in common, you always have, like, at least something in common. If you're in the same location as them, you have that in common.
Yeah.
So, you can pick up things and pick up, habits and things like that. Language doesn't always have to be a complete barrier unless you let it be a barrier,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
which a
like,
lot of people do.
but I mean, I understand where Keanu was coming from with all, because America, like here, like there's a bunch of different languages here, and we are pretty divided.
Right.
You think we're
And I
divided, or
think
you
that
think we're pretty good compared to other
I think we
countries?
are pretty divided.
You think we're
Compared to
divided?
like, yeah, I think we're really divided. No,
On
okay,
a
maybe not.
large scale.
Yeah, I think we're divided. Not just because of language. I think language is one of the reasons why we're divided, but I think the other factors on why we're divided too.
And you're just saying as a country, you're not saying we're divided from other countries necessarily.
I think as yeah, no, America just by itself is
Itself,
divided.
okay.
Yeah,
I don't
itself.
agree with that, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Just
Let's do
well, I
that
mean, I
more.
don't think it's just I don't think it's. I think the language barrier is one aspect. I think there's other aspects to why we're divided too.
Yeah, that's a lot of other different topics. Maybe we can discuss that in the next show.
You know.
All right. So I guess
Spoiler
that
alert.
concludes my advice portion and the little article that we just went over. Um, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, David.
I was gonna say, I want to let you know I did see the article that you sent me. I didn't have time to like incorporate it, so I'm gonna incorporate it into my things next week, the next show.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I just came across.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. I think this is the first time that our show has actually really we were on time, as in we took exactly 2 hours.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
So anyway, for all our viewers, thank you so much for sticking it out with us, and we hope that you enjoyed the show. And next week, tune in to Talk Tuesdays on Kiana's channel. So I'll be putting the link to her channel in my description box. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to us.
Yes,
Deuces.
don't forget
Yes.
to subscribe. Bye bye.
Bye.
And we're off.